Hey guys, and welcome to day 7. Had a great day, and it's always great to have a day that at the end of everything you can actually see the progress, and that was what it was like today with the driveway. I really want to get the edge of the driveway productive and also find some way to keep the crabgrass off of it. Our driveway's about 900 or so feet long. Most of that is fenced on both sides, and inside those fences we have pigs and we have goats. So I want something along those fences that can be productive for both me and the animals. So there's a lot of planning that I need to do and a lot of planting that I need to do, and that's going to take some propagation. So there's definitely going to be some propagation videos coming soon. I've got some peach tree rootstock that's growing up into these massive bushes, and I've got one productive peach tree that I definitely want to propagate, and I've got lots of blackberry bushes and raspberry bushes that I want to propagate. So we'll definitely be seeing that soon, because I want to get those planted before the winter comes in. But anyway, that's for another video. For now, please enjoy a tour of my lovely driveway. Hi guys, Jeff. It's Fired and Free day 7. It's been a whole week, so thank you all for sticking with me. Your support has meant a lot. It's made it a lot easier to keep doing these videos, and I'm glad that it's not helping just me. So I really appreciate that very much. Thank you. Today I'm here in my driveway. It's yet another jungle on my property, so I just wanted to take you on a walk real quick just to see how bad the driveway has gotten and talk a little bit about what I'm going to do to try and fix it and to keep it from getting this way again. So here we are about halfway up my driveway. This is basically where it gets really bad. So on either side we've got pastures that we've fenced in, and you can just kind of see all the stuff that started to grow up and all the things that are not that useful. There's a few nice things in here, like I believe that there's a sassafras. There's a couple of blackberry bushes in there that are just wild. There's some pretty things, like I don't know what those purple flowers are, but they look nice. There are a lot of black pecan trees. We have several large mature pecan trees and walnut trees here on the property, and so they've started to sprout up in places like these. You can see them there. But there are also a lot of woody weeds, basically like privet, things like that we don't want, so we need to get rid of it. There's some more baby, I believe that's a baby pecan. And so there's some slightly more mature, there's a dogwood, 2 dogwoods right there. So we've got some nice things back here as well, but really today is all about trimming all this low stuff that's overhanging, and especially down towards the bottom where the sun's hitting. You'll see here in a minute how the other jungle that I was mentioning is coming here in a little while. But also our driveway is about 950 feet, and we just paved it a few months ago after living here for 4 years or maybe even 5 years. And beforehand it was awful. I don't know if you've ever had a gravel driveway on a hill, but every time it rains you see this massive ditch here. I didn't put this ditch, but this runs the entire length of the driveway, and this gets going fast. That's another thing I need to address in the future, but we would get some massive ruts in here. It would be really bumpy. The mailman hated us. the FedEx guys hated us. The propane guys hated us. So it was time to invest in a driveway, and definitely going to be a worthwhile investment for the entirety of our time here at this home. I'm sure you can see by now the real problem down here, where things are actually starting to grow into the driveway, and we're starting to hit them with our cars. So there may be some useful things down here along the side of the road, but I honestly don't know. There's a big honeysuckle bush. It smells real nice. But you can see how big things have gotten. And I'm going to do my best to trim it up, but still keep something there so the bank doesn't erode. We actually had a tree, right about there-ish, that did fall over because of the erosion. And I'd like to prevent that and get this thing stabilized and keep it that way. So my trimmer died, and I've been using my hand tools, and just a reminder here to be careful whatever you're doing out here. I don't know if you can see it down there. That looks like a nest of yellow jackets or wasps. I can't tell. I don't know the difference. I need to learn. But I almost stepped on this thing because it's sitting almost on the ground. I'm not doing anything tall back here. So be careful. Hi guys. So I've finally finished all the chopping, and about 20 feet down my trimmers died, and I got to do everything the old-fashioned way with a big pair of loppers and a wood saw. So it took a lot longer than I thought, but I found a lot of interesting things along the way. For instance, on these couple bushes here, there's these really big wasp-looking insects that cut the cambium, and when the sap starts to drip out, it looks like they drink the sap. I'm trying to get a close-up picture of them, but one of them started chasing me, and I have no idea if they bite or they sting or what, so I kind of kept my distance. Hopefully I can get a close-up and show you guys what they are and tell you about them, but they were really interesting. This big set of bushes here is super viney and all really compact, and this is also the steepest slope along the driveway, so I'm kind of hesitant to rip it all out before I'm really ready to replace it with something, because I really don't want to have an erosion issue and lose more land over here, because we already had a tree collapse, like I said before. So one thing that I'd like to do along both sides of the driveway if I can, although honestly this side is pretty narrow, so I'm not sure it would work as well over here, but I'd really like to get these fence rows productive, create some hedges of some variety, whether they be, maybe trees would be better on this side. That way I could train them over the fence, and the goats could do what they will over there, and we can make a nice little tunnel down at the bottom here for the cars to go through. And then probably berry bushes on this side. So I've already got raspberries and blackberries that I can start to propagate, but I want to add all the berries. You know, the gooseberry, the snozberry, the goomy, the currants, blueberries, if I didn't say that already. So everything I can, basically. So I have a lot more thinning to do, but again, this is some steep stuff back there. I don't really want to mess with it yet. And I think I've still got a lot of work to do, but for now the encroachment on the driveway is finished. I kind of have the same problem down here where there's a few spots where the crabgrass is coming, but there's not a lot of it. It's not like up at the top near the house. So I need to figure out something that I can put alongside the driveway here that'll keep the crabgrass at bay but won't destroy the driveway. If anyone has any ideas, or if anyone knows ways to kill plants without just soaking everything in Roundup, I would be very happy to hear from you. I've heard a few ways. Some people swear by them, other people say they don't work, so I'm just curious what you guys think and what you've tried and what you know actually works. Because it's a really long driveway. I can't maintain it very easily without a lot of work, and so I'm looking for another way. And also, I've got a couple sassafras trees up here, and I've heard that sassafras tea is pretty good, so I would like to try that. And if anyone has their preferred ways that they do that, I'd be interested to see. This stand right there are all sassafras trees. So that's the tour. That's what I did today. I've got some other things I'd like to do before the day's over. If I'm lucky, I'll get to film that and share that with you too. I'm kind of out of breath. Whew. Going up and down this driveway is some exercise, let me tell you. So, but anyway, I will see you in a little bit. Hi guys. So the question has been asked, how can you support me? And honestly, I'll take donations, but I don't want to ask for donations. I want to make sure you guys are getting something for the money that you send. And so what I would ask is that rather than sending money directly to me, is if you could support PermaEthos. We make a lot of great online courses, and in fact, we're running a special right now to save $1,200 on our $1,400 permaculture design certification course. And if you don't know what permaculture is, that's okay. This course is for anyone who wants to have more abundance in their life, whether that's food or business. It doesn't matter. We'll teach you how to grow more food, and we'll do it with less effort. The great thing about permaculture is it makes everything better over time, and it creates systems that eventually run themselves. So you have something that gets better every year, and eventually you almost have to do nothing but harvest. Especially in the case when we're talking about large perennials like trees, for instance. We can teach you how to design a system based on trees that'll just produce into perpetuity, essentially, long after you're gone. And that's what we're all about. We're all about making things better than we left them for 7 generations down the road or more, at least. And so even if you're not sure what permaculture is, if you know that you want to produce more food on your land, and you want to do so in a regenerative way with lower and lower inputs every year, permaculture is the way to do it.